Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel, Dissecting Propaganda. And in last two videos, we spoke about the nature of propaganda, about how media outlets do the propaganda in various, forms. How do they affect the public opinion? How they mold public opinion? How they plant false political beliefs in the society, and why? Because they have their special agenda in their own interest. Now let's be more specific. Let's be more objective and research oriented about it. And now I want to talk about propaganda. So I am more interested in the digital world, what is happening in the digital space, and the very exciting innovation, the invention that took place in I think 2014 or 2015 perhaps, when Twitter was introduced in the social media spectrum. Twitter is very exciting for so many reasons. There is a lot of political debate. There is a lot of political discourse taking place there, and people argue there. They disagree with each other. There is a lot of brainstorming, and there are a lot of public celebrities there who are propagating their views and who are sharing their point of views, and they have a huge following. That is why Twitter has obtained a significant amount of space in the mainstream news as well, because you don't need a press conference anymore. You don't need a press release anymore. You just have to tweet, and your profile is verified, and that tweet will be, that can be taken as a validate and the authentic source of information from the right person who is speaking. So I'm more interested in a Twitter propaganda, how trends they form a certain stereotypes and biases. There has been a extensive research about that, about propaganda. There has been a research in the Nazis, how Hitler used to do the propaganda. There is a propaganda in education, how curriculum development, how universities, how the liberal art education, that propagates a certain belief system or certain political value. There is a propagation of religion as well. In the times of when Renaissance was taking place in 18th century, how the popes, they used to do the propaganda, how kings used to do the propaganda, how monarchs, they were propagating certain beliefs to assert their authority, so that masses do not question their intrinsic values. So these Twitter trends that are taking place, and then there's another element of electoral behavior. There is a possibility that you can predict electoral behavior from Twitter. There are researchers, there are research methodologies, there are qualitative researchers, and there are quantitative researchers. I'm basically, my inclination is towards a qualitative researcher. I want to be known as a qualitative researcher. So I'm more interested in the discourse analysis. I'm more interested in the linguistics and in the subjectivity of the content. But it is a difficult task because the content is a huge, it's massive. So right now I'm very thankful to my HOD, Dr. Sohail Sarandi Saab. He is advising me, and I'm learning research from him, and we are trying to figure out how we can write a research paper on Twitter trends in Pakistan, and what is happening in the local elections in Pakistan, how electoral behavior can be predicted through Twitter trends, and what research methodology can be used in that content. And of course there are various other ideas also that I'm collecting from various authors, from other researchers around the world, and I'm reading the content as well. So this is the update that I want to do. Hopefully wish me good luck, so in a 3 or 4 months I could write a good impactful journal where I can publish that paper, and inshallah then I'm going to share that paper with all of you, and I would require a feedback. And in the meantime I'm discussing these ideas with my like-minded mentors and colleagues and friends who are telling me about new avenues, about tools. I understand as a researcher it's very important to learn the basic fundamental research techniques. If you don't know research methodology, then you will be investing in a wrong direction. You will be wasting a lot of time. So I understand that I might need to learn statistical tools at some point of a time, because there has been a research by the think tanks and policymakers that these ideas about propaganda, these ideas can be quantified into numbers, into a statistical model, and then you can evaluate and then you can assess the accuracy of your forecasting and accuracy of your prediction that you make. So electoral behavior is predictable, and there is a certain pattern, and we just need to understand those patterns, and we need to discover those patterns. And this is how at the larger level propaganda is taking place. This is how public opinion is making decisions, and this is how the voter is being informed, and this is how we are engaging with our state officials, with our governments, and this is how we are creating a certain political discourse among ourselves when we go for the right debate. So this is the update, and till next time, I wish you all the best. Wish me best of luck, because I'm going through this. Thank you very much.